Why, good morning, grade 4. We're back with math today, and today we are talking about time intervals, and this is a really big lesson, so we're going to split it into two parts. So today we're going to do the first part of time intervals, and tomorrow we're going to do the second part. So I have an analog clock here, and this clock shows 7:15. And at 7:15, that's the time Ella starts to eat her breakfast. And she finishes breakfast at 7:40. And I've drawn this hollow arm over here at 7:40. That's when she finished her breakfast. So we want to find out how much time does Ella spend eating breakfast. So I'm going to get this clock back for a minute. And she starts eating breakfast at 7:15. So that's when she starts eating her breakfast at 7:15. So the minute hand is pointing to the 3 because that's 15 minutes. So how many minutes is it from the 3 to the 4? You're right, 5. From the 4 to the 5 is another 5 minutes. So the minute hand, when it's gone, when she's finished breakfast, it's going to be pointing over here. So we're going to say the time, let's count that time together. Okay, so if we're moving there, we're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So to get from 7:15 to 7:40, that would be an interval, it's called an interval, of 25 minutes. 25 minutes. So she went here, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. We can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. So it was 25-minute interval between those two. So I have a couple more questions like that. Ella brushed her teeth at 7:30 and left for school at 7:45. How long is the time interval? So I'm going to draw my first minute hand, going to the time she started the activity, and I'm going to draw my second one, going to the time she finished the activity, which is the 45. So how long is it in between there? So from here to here would be 5. From this number to that number would be 5. From this number to this number, so 5, 10, 15. So this would be a 15-minute interval. How long is the time interval? 15 minutes. Ella leaves for school at 8:15, so I'm going to make my starting hand point at the 15. She arrives at school at 8:55, so she is taking a while to get to school. So she gets there at 8:55. How long is the time interval? So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That time interval was 40 minutes. Notice we're just jumping the 5s and telling how many minutes it's gone. So that is how we're going to start thinking about this. So now we're going to try one more, and then you're going to do it on your own. See if you can figure out these 3. So Ella starts dinner at 6:45. So 6:45, that's 45 minutes. So we're going to point that big hand at the 45 minutes. And she finishes at 7:05. So 05 is right there. I'm not even putting my hour hand in yet because I'm just wanting to know how many minutes go by. How many was the interval? So here we have from this 5 to the next 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20 minutes is the interval. 20 minutes has gone by. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to, I think I'm going to send an extra sheet along so you guys have clocks so you can do some of the stuff on clocks. So I'll put that in the lesson. So before you come to watch the video, make sure you run off that clock. So you're going to draw the minute hand from the start and end times and then count by fives to find the minute intervals. So I would like you to see if you can do that, and then we'll check to see if you're right. So pause. Okay, we're back. So 8:20, this is 20 minutes. Oops. And 8:45 is there. So I'm going to count around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. I hope you were able to figure that out. 25 minutes. 1:45, there it goes. Whoa, what a bend in that one. To 2:20, so it's going all the way over here. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes has gone by. This one was 12:50, our 50 is right here, and it goes to 1:35, so all the way over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45 minutes is the amount of time when they started it to when they finished it. Always remember, go clockwise. So I hope that you got those ones all right. Awesome. Now we're going to be looking at a clock, and for the first 2 pages, we are counting by fives because the number, the line stopped exactly on a number, which was by fives. But for this clock, it's not going to stop exactly on a number. You can see that it doesn't stop on the 5. It goes 2 little lines past that. So when we're going to try to figure out how much time has gone by, we first are going to count by fives. So my long hand is pointing to the 2, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, and then it doesn't go to the next number, so I have to stop. Then I can count 16, 17. So that went 17 minutes is the interval between 7:10 and 7:27. So I always start by counting by the fives and then add the ones on afterwards. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video in a sec and see if you can draw the minute hands from the start and the end times, count by fives and then by ones to find the time interval. So pause. Okay, we're back. So 5:20, so that means my 1 minute hand was at the 20, the other one is at 46. So 30, 35, 40, 45, so it's going to that line right there. So I'm going to go around first and count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, plus 1 makes 26 minutes. Hope you got that answer. I know you're doing really well. Keep it up. So this goes from the 40, which is right here, to the 319. So 19, that's 15. That would be right here. The 319 is right there. So I remember to go clockwise. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 minutes went by to get from 240 to 319. Okay, one last one. I hope you figured that one out. That was a little more tricky because that one only had to count by ones once. Here you had to count by it 4 times. Okay, so we are at 12:55 and we're going to go to 126. So it's 25, 26. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31. So 31 minutes went by in order to figure out that one. Fantastic. Way to go, grade 4. You're doing awesome. So now on our next set of clocks, this one is not going to start at a number. It's not going to be pointing at one of those fives. It's going to be starting after that. So we're going to have to find that first number. We're still going to count by fives though. This one is the second little line past the 2. So I'm just going to count to the second little line past the number, and then I can count by 5. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. 15 minutes went by. Because the 12 is the second little line, I'm just jumping from second little line to second little line to second little line and counting by 5. So that was 15 minutes. And we'll do this last one and then we'll pause and go to the next video. So this is 46. So 46 is right there. And we have to go all the way to 406. So 06 is right here. So I'm on the first little line pass, so I'm going to jump 5, 10, 15, 20. So that was 20 minutes, the amount of time that was the interval was between those. So I'm going to ask you to pause and we'll come back for part 2.